Ben, the gaffer's told us you've had an injection on the hip. How is that settling down?
Yeah, it's settled down all right. I'm expected to train tomorrow, so hopefully all going well. Should be all right and available for Saturday. Yeah.
And is that enough time to sort of be match ready? I mean, as an experienced player, you've been through those sort of things before, haven't you?
Yeah, look, it's not the worst pain in the world. I mean, the pain I was getting before would be worse than what I'm getting post injection. I've had the injection before. I know it's good. So yeah, just got to be positive about it and move on.
Is that just something then you've had to manage at times in your career?
Yeah, it's only been the latter stages of my career, only the last 12 months or so. It's nothing to mask any sort of pain. It's just to kind of help the joint itself, and it's just like a lubricant that they put in there basically. So yeah, it's not like sort of cortisone or anything like that. So yeah.
Still sounds painful. In terms of you, though, obviously, there's an opportunity. Jordan Moore-Taylor sadly ruled out for the rest of the season. I mean, your fitness is kind of now crucial to Forest Green as well going forwards, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, even with the hip injection before the hip and everything, I'll play for any pain that's there, just to kind of help the team really and be available. I'd rather be available and hurt than unavailable and in the gym day in day out. It's our job to hopefully be on the grass and to look forward to it. So yeah, it's something that I'm kind of just relishing and we're at the back end of the season as well now, so it's kind of all hands to the pump.
Yeah, has countdown mode started yet? I mean, it's fewer than 20 games to go.
No, not at all. It's always been a game at a time, and as boring as it sounds, that's the way you have to approach it. You can never look too far ahead. Because if you do, then you end up tripping up. So, yeah, just take it a game at a time, and the game next is Oxford City and the trophy, so something to look forward to.
And I suppose, actually, if you're not looking that far ahead in the National League, you're not looking that far ahead in the trophy, just one round at a time.
Yeah. I mean, I played in this cup 3 seasons ago, got to the final in it. It's a really good day out for the players, the fans, if you do get to the final. It's just another kind of avenue to playing at Wembley, and obviously that's every kid's dream. So yeah, you got to take the opportunities and just try and enjoy the ride.
How does going to an Oxford City, who you don't play in the league, you haven't already played them this season, how does that differ from a standard National League opponent?
To be fair, I've played there. I played there in pre-season when I was at Northampton. I've trained there on the way to away games and stuff. It's you know what you're going to get. It's an AstroTurf pitch. We've played on that already this season, so there's no kind of surprises there. You go into a team in a league below. They're going to be up for it as best as ever. So yeah, it's just one of them where you kind of just approach the game as normal, approach the game as you always would, and do the right things basically.
They'll obviously be gunning for you, but kind of every team this season's been gunning for Forest Green, hasn't it? So I guess in a way you're used to that. Yeah,
you'd rather have the target on your back and be up there than be the ones who are chasing the teams at the top. So we've got to enjoy it. We've got to relish the opportunities and also the challenges ahead, because this is what you want to play football for. You want to be at the top. You want to be the best. You want to be winning things. And unfortunately, people like to try and shoot you down when you're up there.
And I'm sure you'd rather have won last week at Altrincham, but Christian Doidge's goal coming that late, what does that do for belief and team spirit and sort of all of those things that you need that are so important along the journey?
I think, like you say, belief, the positivity, the togetherness, it all combines together. And the thing is, we've scored late against Altrincham here to win the game. We scored late at Sutton to win the game. We scored late against Altrincham away to get a point, and I think that kind of just builds belief within itself. So, in them other games I talked about, we conceded late equalisers and we've gone on to win the game. So now, when we're in that position, if we find ourselves in that position with the last 20 games to go, then that players are going to step up and not just give up and think, oh, the game's done.
I mean, I'm sure you'd love to have every game sewn up with 20 minutes to go, but football's not like that. I suppose it's about having a variety of ways to win, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to have all different ways to win, because the pitch is, our pitch is good, but every pitch isn't going to be the same. You've got to find, you're going to have conditions where it's windy, conditions where the sun's behind one of the goals, or, you're going to go down to 10 men. There's all sorts of things. People are going to be playing with a knock, and you have to, like you say, just try and find a way to win. And whether that's a set piece, whether that's playing really nice football, whether that's digging in from after 5 minutes into a game or whatever. You've just got to be adaptable.
And as you say, an Astro pitch this weekend. Does the ball skip through quicker on an Astro? Is that kind of the main difference?
No, I think the opposite, especially on a day like this. I think the ball moves slower. When it bounces up rather than through. Don't get me wrong, when they're wet, they're slick and the ball does run out. But no, in general, I think the ball does generally move a bit slower and it gets kind of stuck under people's feet.
So actually the warm-up crucial just to get the feel of the pitch.
Yeah, you've got to get used to the movement of the ball. The ball sometimes on these pitches as well, it can move a little bit left to right, which you don't see. It's only little tiny margins, but yeah, it's definitely different. But we've all been on AstroTurf before, so no excuses.